Celebration, fear, and chill. We gathered here from a diverse background and perspective to create a meaningful conversation, to share our thoughts and also our experience about celebration, fear, and chills. The main aim of this webinar is to validate and affirm the emotions and thoughts related to celebration experienced by people with a mental health condition, as well as to increase an awareness and also the importance of mental health care during the festive season. It also plays an important role as an effort to promote the role of clinical psychology counselors in UCSI University with the support of therapy peer support. This webinar is specially brought to you by the Center of Research for Mental Health and Wellbeing together with our sponsorship, My Weep Healing and Yayasan TM. We also would like to express our gratitude to our sponsorship as well as UCSI Mass Communication Department for setting up the studio for today's webinar session. Without further ado, let me take this opportunity to welcome our panelists for our today's webinar session, and also we have one of our panel representative from the My VIP Healing, Miss Karini, to share about her perception about Hari Raya as well as giving us the instruction of the art therapy. Let me first introduce our esteemed panel speakers comprises of our director here, Professor Mansoor Abu Talib. He's our Director, Center of Research for Mental Health Wellbeing, followed by Assistant Professor Dr. Genevieve, and also Assistant Professor Dr. Vimala, who is going to share the perspective of what is Hari Raya is all about. As well as we do have a panel, Miss Sharifa, Miss Kelly Pang, who's also a lecturer in FOSLA, who's going to share about healthy management during celebration and also the coping up strategies during the celebration. We also have here in studio Miss Nur Hidayah, who is going to share us about celebration depression, as well as we do also have online panel Mr. Arman, who's going to explain about celebration blue. Without further ado,
I forgot someone Dr. Nora.
oh yeah, I'm so sorry. All right, we also have Dr. Nora, who's through online Zoom link, who's from Laurel Blue Clinic to share healthy tips regarding from a medical perspective, who's going to share us together in today's webinar session. Without further ado, I also would like to invite our director here, Professor Mansoor, to give an introduction speech about our today's webinar session.
Prof, you need mic.
Okay, thank you, Dr. Kita. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi taala wabarakatuh. And happy afternoon to everyone in the studio and also that joined us through Zoom and also YouTube. YouTube. Okay, and welcome to our webinar today. Our webinar today, as mentioned by Dr. Kita, entitled Celebration,
Fever and Chills.
As we know, Hari Raya is approaching, and this is actually a joint program between Center of Research for Wellbeing and also Mental Health, together with our Faculty of Social Sciences and Liberal Art, FOSLA, and also our invited partnership, which is My WIP Healing. So we are going to be here for almost like 2 hours to discuss and to reflect what we can do in order to cope with fever and also chill as we are going to celebrate Hari Raya soon, and also any other festival or celebration in Malaysia. So a little bit about our center. The center is called Center of Research for Mental Health and Wellbeing, or friendly known as Wellbeing Center. So it's easy to pronounce, isn't it, Dr. Kita?
Yes, Prof.
Very long one. So the mission is to contribute to our national positive mental health. As we know, after COVID-19, there are a lot of issues around mental health, surround well-being, and we wanted to be the National Positive Mental Health and Wellbeing Initiative through a promotion of research So all research under UCSI will be centralized in this center. We're also going to do consultancy work with government and also non-government bodies. We're also going to do training, and part of it is like public advocacy, as what we are doing today. So we want to inform the viewer out there. There are facilities, there are center in university, in UCSI, that can manage this kind of training. In doing so, we want to be one of the leading center of research in Malaysian university, because there are a few other center in different university, and we want to focus on promoting a holistic, positive mental health and well-being through research and innovation. So this is something that we do as lecturers in the university, that we need to do a lot of research, a lot of training, and so forth. So this is a recently developed, set up a center in February, and this is April. So we plan to launch our center in first week of June. Yeah. So hopefully after we launch, Malaysian and also the society knows and can benefit from this center. So there are a few pillars that we have identified, yeah, and most of which are actually lecturers or researchers from FOSLA itself, including Dr. Kita, including Miss Hidayah, and also Miss Kelly, who are here, and almost of them are also joining us now. So our focal area number 1 is on research and innovation. This will be highly doing research, yeah, and publication. Second one is on digital intervention. So we also, this is a multidisciplinary center, Dr. Kita. So we work with other faculties.
Yes,
So digital intervention is actually helping people doing diagnosis, like what Miss Kelly and Dr. Hidayah, soon to be Dr. Hidayah, Miss Hidayah doing, yeah. Another third pillar is on community engagement. So in February, we went to Kedah. So we have community engagement dealing with flood victim. So we're focusing on anxiety, depression, and also PTSD. And also we collect data in Kedah. This is the flood victim. The focal area number 4 is on capacity building. It's on training of Malaysian, training of university students, training of peer support, training of head of the community, because they need some sort of counseling skill, advising skill in a professional manner. So this will be conducted by the center. And the last one is on linkages. We're going to link. As for now, we are linked with one mental health center in Australia, in UK, under Prof. Bailey, and also in Indonesia. So we hope to have international linkages that will help our students who are actually doing most of the research are actually our postgraduate student, coupled with us doing it. So we're going to have a lot of people doing on happiness, on positive psychology, things like that. So that's, I think, a little bit about our center. Hopefully we get more when we launch our webpage and also our social media platform later. So I hope everyone will be enjoying our program till the end and learn something out of this today. Thank you.
Sure. Thank you, Prof. Manso, for a wonderful introduction. And also the Research Center for Mental Health and Wellbeing. Hopefully, we will work together and also bring more success to UCSI University as well for FOSLA. All right. So this webinar is not just about listening, but also about fostering interaction and engagement through therapy art support, right, Miss Hidayah?
Yes, indeed. So, Dr. Kita, you
All
can start.
right. Yes.
Introducing.
Without further ado, let us invite Miss Karini, who representing from My VIP Healing, to give us an instruction about art therapy support.
Okay, hi everyone.
Sorry to interrupt, Dr. Kita, but your voice is very low. We can barely hear you.
Yeah, so soft.
Oh, is it? Okay. Thank you, Dr. Junivi.
Okay.
All right.
Hello, can you guys hear?
Now, can you check?
Dr. GDB, is my voice is clear now?
Much better, yeah.
Okay,
Much better.
thank
Very
you. Thank you.
Okay. Rini.
Yeah.
Okay, back to Rini.
Yeah, back to you.
Hi, back to me. So hi, Kairini here from My WIP Healing. We are a
Okay.
social enterprise that are supporting community through.
No. Sorry. I heard earlier, but now, God, Dr. Kita, we cannot hear you.
Okay.
It's not kita.
The mic is it on?
Tekan merah tu.
Test.
We can't see all
Test.
the
One,
all
two,
these
three.
people in the
They say you
studio as
can
well.
speak
Test.
louder.
Hello, can you hear me now?
Okay, because
Louder.
this is actually streaming live in YouTube. Later, our admin will share the YouTube link in the chat box.
Sebab dia punya the speaker is there, so they can't hear. Yeah, need to go near.
Because the section is being streaming live through YouTube. So there might be like 10 minutes delay in terms of...
Can we open one more Zoom? We put there, then let them so they can speak, they can hear. That means we put the Zoom here, then turn the mic there. Saya
We
cuba.
can't see you, Dr. Kita.
Saya cuba.
What am I supposed to say?
I think it's different, Dr. Vimala, because they are not doing it via Zoom. They are using a different platform. So only us using Zoom can see each other. But for the rest, no, I'm assuming.
Oh, that's tu.
Siapa punya handphone? Wait ah.
Ada technical glitch. Just now, can you hear me, Genevieve?
The voice of Professor Mansour is
They are
okay.
telling that they can't see us.
Oh
You have
yeah.
to redo it.
Because they can't see
Second
us,
take.
right? Because it's a second.
Can you try?
Technical. Proong, duduk sini.
Very loud echo.
Right.
Belakang susah buat Zoom ke senang.
I think kena mute kan this one. This TV kena mute dulu.
No, but then they also hear this something like that. So whatever is heard here, they also hear the same thing. So probably this one.
Kena keluar daripada side.
So this one. Have to off.
Wow.
Oh,
Oh really?
Music Hari Raya tak? Prof Mansur, can you sing Hari Raya music?
Kan?
While we are waiting for you to...
We're waiting for this. Maybe we
The
can.
people will viral.
Yeah.
They will viral on YouTube. This
No.
Prof Mansur menyanyi what for?
So that one, either this one turn off. then
Maybe
they
while.
Yeah.
What is this
That
professor
means the
singing?
phone has to go around so they can hear. So this one has to turn, but if this one turn off, then this one cannot. They cannot see. So the problem is they are too near now. But then they cannot see already, you know.
You people, you want to do it here.
Okay, you try mute everything and you trim your mic.
Buat Zoom je lah, tak payah masuk YouTube.
Wait. Maybe you just.
Just Zoom and then we record them. You can just no need
No.
YouTube.
So everything is echoing, yeah, right now.
Yeah, it's echoing. The problem is echoing.
Tak, Farizi. Tak payah YouTube. Just Zoom, record je.
Oh, they cannot hear already.
We can't hear you. They cannot see us, that's the problem.
Yeah, because it is streaming. They're streaming live in YouTube.
So YouTube dah matikan ke? Kamu
Laptop pergi saja. So dia tak payah TV.
Dr. Nora. YouTube dah mati ke? Kamu macam
Just bring the.
Dr. Nora, you so different. Dr. Nora.
This is the fever celebration, on spot.
Yeah, Dr. Nora, we are having fever.
Fever now. Dr. Nora, help us. Fever.
My battery can hang on for 1 hour actually.
1 hour.
Can.
No problem.
And try speaking, see if you can hear.
Okay, why not we open our camera? They can only see us, right? No?
Okay.
Hello.
Should we?
Hello, Genevieve. Hello. Hello. Is it me you looking for?
Nak cuba tak sama punya sama.
Should we on our camera?
Try speaking. Try speaking.
Are you able to see us?
No, because my camera is not on.
No,
She can't hear you. You have to speak louder.
can't see anyone.
Or should I use the mic?
On mic.
Oh.
Actually, I could see
Laptop on camera.
Oh. Yeah. So which?
On your camera.
Ni video ni.
Video. Sana. Ah, yes.
Okay.
Okay.
Right.
Cari dia cuba boleh open.
Okay.
Sana tak boleh dengar. Dia tak boleh dengar. Tak boleh dengar.
Like I'm the one in the center.
She have to speak louder.
Maybe. Ah, yes.
Okay.
Okay.
You probably speak louder. Yeah. The mic is for inside, not outside. Yeah. So you have to speak louder. When you speak inside, we hear, but you have to speak louder.
Suggestion, maybe you
Yeah.
can tell the telephone. On the telephone, and the
Okay,
voice is
continue. Yeah.
more clear.
Okay, let's continue.
Okay.
All right. Sorry for the technical issue just now. Okay. So again, I would like to invite Miss Harini to give us an introduction session about art therapy support.
Hi everyone, can you guys hear me now?
Yes.
Loud and clear?
Yes,
Yes,
indeed.
thank you.
How about online?
This is part of the struggle. We are doing this kind of a hybrid session actually, and thank you for everyone who are being patient to stay put in the session. And hi, I'm Kay. I'm founder of My WIP Healing. We are a social enterprise for art therapy peer support group. So basically, we are hosting, or we are providing a peer support to community through using art. So our this year main focus is about social healing impact.
Use the mic. Use the mic.
Yeah.
Use the mic. You have to use the mic.
Okay.
You speak loud and use the mic.
Okay,
It's for inside.
okay, all right. So, for this year we are focusing on social healing impact to our community. So, part of our social impact initiative is we want to advocate as much as art therapy awareness to the community, and even to provide the safe space setting bridge between the mental health fighters and also professionals. So that's where I think this initiative is what we are doing in this room is a really good initiative for community to interact and see the reality of how a community and professional can be merged into building better health, healing mental health situations. So for today, art therapy, everyone, it's very simple art. Don't worry, like don't think that you guys are, I'm not creative, I don't know, I only know how to draw a stick man. No worries. As long as you know how to write, you know how to hold a pen and to color, it's a great simple mindfulness art activities for today. So actually we will do scribble art. So I don't know if you guys can see me or what, but I'm gonna do like one test scribble art. It's really simple. So like just take a pen and take your paper, like really blank paper, and then you just go with the flow. Let the pen direct you where to read. So it's gonna looks like this. If you guys can see in the Zoom, you guys can see or not? Can, right? Yeah. So it's like really simple, really like this is a scribble. So through this scribble, there are a few steps that we need to follow, or like because it's about being mindful, right? So scribble art really good for those who are struggle with racing thoughts, overthinking, self critiques inner thoughts and so on. So by doing scribble art, like whenever whoever that are going to beraya, beraya, you know, like too much membawang already with your pakcik makcik, you can like, okay, I need to get up from the chaotic and pick up a piece of paper and a pen and scribble. So when you scribble, be aware of the thoughts that you guys are having right now. Name it, and also try to assign the thoughts through colors instead of assign the thoughts through labeling of negative or positive. Is it? So it's just the state of what we are doing right now. Is just want to be aware instead of we want to control what we want to think or what we don't want to think, or how we want to feel or what we don't want to feel. So yeah, let's just basically being mindful with your thoughts and also with your emotions in the same time. And also, oh yeah, I forgot to mention, when you start doing this scribble, basic scribble, it's actually metaphor of how your brain function works, like how your like do you know, like our brain cell have this a lot of highways pathways, right? So in the metaphor, if you like we just think about it, we cannot see, right? So when we do art therapy, we can see lively like how our brain thought process highway looks like. Right? So name, like put a remark behind the paper, put a remark of the character that you guys are in, like because the reason why we want you guys to do this is we want to separate your character and your thoughts is not you, right? So whatever that you're thinking of, is it positive or negative or whatever, like struggle that you are struggle to slow down with the thoughts. You want you to still be reminded that you are who you are. Let's say example like this, like my example of this scribble art is like foundation of my thoughts. So I would name my foundation of my brain thought is brave. So whatever thoughts that I have, whatever overthinking that I have, whatever emotions that I have, is all coming from a brave character that make us who I am today. So maybe you guys can do the same thing by just pick a simple characteristic trait that you guys like about yourself. Yeah. And the next step is choose a color. Choose the color. So you guys can see, right, all this like this blank like all the what we call it, like loopy shape intersection and all. You can pick any color. You can use crayon, you can use color pencils, anything that you guys have. If you the people who are in the house have use whatever things that you guys have. So I'm using crayon right now, so I'm gonna just like like color it here. So while you color it, like really express your emotions and also express your feelings and thoughts through the colors. And from the colors, identify the thoughts that are trying to tell you. And if you don't want to, remember, or you don't want to feel so much, you just like put a simple like label or funny label that okay, this thought is funny, so put it as a funny noisy thought. Yep.
Okay.
All right. Thank you.
All right. Thank you, Ms. Harini. All right. Together with the studio today, we also have invited two PhD students, Mr. Jason and Mr. Eric. Okay, as well as Miss Kelly, who's representing from the clinical psychology, who's also going to join together with Miss Harini to start with the art therapy. While those audience who are here through online, as well as panelists, you also can get a piece of paper and a pen together with some colorful pens or color pencil to start together with the art therapy. I am using the microphone. Can you talk?
Tu microphone tu.
Yeah.
Okay, Dr. Genevieve, can you hear me? Can you hear now? Yes. Okay, all right. Okay, I repeat again.
Oh my god.
All right. So, joining together with Miss Harini today, we have two PhD students, Jason and Eric, together with Miss Kelly, representing from clinical psychology. So, three of you are going to start with the art therapy. So, start scribbling with your metaphor, your feelings, let go your feelings and everything. While we are doing that, those who are joining us online, you too can get a piece of paper, a colored pen or pencil or crayon, start together with the art therapy while we have discussion with our panelists. All right, Miss Nurul Hidayah.
Yeah.
So, shall we start with our first panelist for a discussion?
We can invite the first panelist for today. She's from Philippines, right?
Yeah, she's from Philippines. She has been residing in Malaysia for more than 5 years, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, let us welcome Assistant Prof. Dr. Genevieve,
Genevieve.
all right, to give us a discussion about
What Hari Raya meant to you?
Dr. Genevieve. Are you there?
Okay, thank you very much.
All right, thank you.
It's a different person because he's a prof, doctor. I am elevated now. So, thank you very much. Thank you, Dr. Kita. A pleasant afternoon to all. So, as mentioned earlier by Ms. Daya, I am tasked to share my personal meaning of Hari Raya. Am I clear? Dr. Bimala, can you hear me? Yeah, you're clear. Okay. Yeah, the others can hear me. So, what does Hari Raya mean to me? What is Hari Raya? What is Ramadan? Ramadan is a month-long fasting, while Hari Raya is the end of the Ramadan. And these two occasions are separate but intertwined celebrations. So, as mentioned earlier by Dr. Kita, I come from the Philippines. Philippines is said to be the only Catholic country in Asia by virtue of almost 4 centuries of Spanish colonization. I come from Mindanao, in the southern part of the Philippines. And in Mindanao, there are three major Muslim regions or areas. Lanao is one of them. And Mindanao State University, where I got my degree and where I taught for 19 years, is located in Marawi City, which is the capital city of Lanao. Thus, Ramadan and or Hari Raya are occasions or holidays that are very familiar to me. Every time this is celebrated, it brings back beautiful, serious, and happy memories. First, the month of the month-long Ramadan. I remember that during this month, the president of the Catholic Bishop Council of the Philippines would announce and encourage all priests, nuns, religious workers, and parishioners to duyog Ramadan. Duyog means to join, to participate. So to join in the fasting. This is a way of demonstrating our solidarity and connection with our Muslim brothers and sisters around the world. In my university, for instance, the parish priest, the nuns, clergy people, and students joined and did the fasting. It was also during this time that interfaith talks, discussions, seminars were conducted. Imams, priests, pastors, and leaders from other religious groups were invited to meet and share their views on various topics like faith and solidarity, peaceful and open communication, peace and reconciliation, unity in diversity, among other topics. That is Ramadan for me. The second is Hari Raya. Hari Raya has a special meaning associated with a four-letter word, F-O O, D. Food! Delicious, yummy, mouth-watering food. And I'm sure the rest of the speakers would also be sharing their experiences and about this mouth-watering food. At the end of the Ramadan, our Muslim colleagues would invite us to visit their homes for the Hari Raya celebration. And on their tables were multi-layered sweets, cakes, and other delicacies, homemade, uniquely and specially prepared for the occasion. Very inviting to the eyes, very inviting to the mouth. It was a time to eat, to laugh, and joke with colleagues. It is a time to be grateful for the blessings, the friendship, the camaraderie. And that is what Hari Raya meant for me. Hari Raya is indeed a happy occasion. Different people have different meanings associated or related to Hari Raya and Ramadan. For me, Ramadan brings back serious interfaith dialogue, while Hari Raya reminds me of plates of homemade sweets and specially prepared dishes. I'm not trying to make a very obvious hint to be invited, okay? Am I very obvious now? So I think that is for me, my and what Hari Raya meant for me. Thank you, and thank you, Professor Mansur, for inviting me, for giving me this opportunity to share my personal stories related to Hari Raya and Ramadan. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. GDV. That's a very interesting view. And as pointed out by Dr. Genevieve, food.
Yeah.
When it comes to Hari Raya, we have variety of kueh fruit, as well as when we talk about Hari Raya as well, it's a month of fasting where it makes individual displaying and
right.
also towards the progress of the Almighty
Yeah.
God as well, right?
And I think the food also start during Ramadan. We have pasar Ramadan, bazar Ramadan, all those things. Yeah, a lot of food.
Yes,
Nice.
variety of food. Okay. So now, Miss Hidayah, we shall invite our second panelist. Okay. Who is our second panelist, by the way?
Our beloved Dr. Vimala.
Yeah.
Vimala. Okay, Dr. Vimala is going to share with us
Thank
what
you,
do you
Dr.
see
Peter
about
and
Hari
Chendaya
Raya.
for inviting me to be part of this panel session on all about Hari Raya. You know, Hari Raya is very close to my heart because I've been working in an organization with 99.9% Malays, and you know, it was I practically my career was part of this journey. So when you talk about how do I see Hari Raya? Okay, if we look at Hari Raya, it's all about celebration. It's all about joyfulness. It's all about happiness. It's also about forgiveness. Okay, forgiving people. So it's a day of, you know, when the Ramadan starts, we all look forward to it because of the bazaar. You know, we have the bazaar Ramadan. So it's a treat to all of us. We look forward to it every year. We look forward to it. I personally look forward to it because I sort of enjoy everything. But then I feel guilty. Who's celebrating now? Is it the Muslims or the non-Muslims? But nevertheless, we are we are a multinational country. You know, with all we are so diversified in terms of our religion and race and so forth. So we all enjoy Hari Raya. So of course we look forward to this occasion. We remember how we mingle with our friends, how we look forward to it. Of course, not forgetting, we look forward to our celebration of 2 days of Hari Raya Idul Fitri. I remember my days when I was in Putusan Melayu. I've been there for almost 20 over years. We were, you know, we used to organize lots of buka puasa down there because the printing plant works 24 hours. So we have the buka puasa as well as the sahur. I was involved in all these occasions because I was part of the corporate communications department. We were involved for the staff's activities and also their welfare as well. So similarly, of course, we look at Hari Raya. It is one of the major festivals of Malaysia. Every one of us look forward, maybe Muslims or non-Muslims, we look forward to it. We also travel back to hometown. Some of you are not just celebrating, but we still want to go back home for a family reunion with your parents and spend a couple of days with them, enjoying the truly celebration of Hari Raya. So Hari Raya is all about my perspective. It's all about celebration. All the family members will dress up for the occasion. They wear their traditional costume. The baju kurung wear the traditional Malay attire. Baju kebaya, it depends on which state you come from. And then the jubba, which is also one piece dress. And of course, the men folks, they are all donned with the traditional headgear, which is a songko, and of course the baju Melayu with the songket. So all this reminds. This is how I see Hari Raya. It's all about celebration, and not forgetting. We also visit. They also visit their family members, relatives, friends. Um, and they greet each other with the Selamat Hari Raya greetings, feast with the traditional Malay delicacies. Of course, their signature dish will be the ketupat, which is a dumpling cooked in a pouch, or palm leaf, and then we also have it complements with the rendang, which is the meat stewed, cooked with spices and all that. It can be beef or ayam, which is the chicken. And then we also have the other traditional delicacies like the dodol. This is we look forward to all this. The dodol, the wajay. These are all the sticky, toffee-like sweets, and many other more. Like Dr. Genevieve was saying that what is Hari Raya without food? It's a celebration with food as well. So, and the other thing is that how I see Hari Raya is basically preparation for celebration. Of course, Hari Raya is about shopping. We usher the celebration with wearing clothes, new clothes, shopping, and they are all dressed up for the occasion. And on the other state level and the federal level, of course, there are open houses, family open houses, state level open houses, federal houses, the King's Palace and the Sultan's State Palace. They host this kind of occasion, which people, the Rakyat, look forward to this occasion. So this is how I look at Hari Raya. It is very close to my heart.
All right.
Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Vimala. It's a very nice sharing. Okay. Did you notice that or not, Miss Hidayah? One of the point that I like that has been highlighted by Dr. Vimala is during the Ramadan and Raya time.
They can hear you. Why can't they can hear you?
During the Raya and Ramadan time,
Okay.
right? One of the point which has been highlighted by Dr. Vimala, right, is a month where you seek forgiveness, you are united together.
Very far. The voice. Okay.
Yeah.
You sit on the wire.
We can just.
Okay, so as pointed by Dr. Vimala just now, right, Miss Hidayah, I noticed that I liked one of the line that pointed by Dr. Vimala is right during the Ramadan time when the Muslims fast. And also we celebrate Hari Raya. She do mention about seeking forgiveness and then united together with the family members during the festival season, whereby not only the Muslims but as well as all the non-Muslims, where they all will meet together, do a gathering session, and then go to their open house to their Muslims friends, right?
Yeah. It's nice that actually it's a shared value and it's a perspective from other race as well. So I am very happy to hear that. Thank you so much for the sharing. Yeah, so that maybe we can proceed with the next panel today. Okay, should I invite straight away? Okay. Right, so now we will invite Miss Sharifa on the topic on health and management during celebration. Floor is yours.
Okay, Assalamualaikum and a very good afternoon to Dr. Kita. Okay, I have here Miss Hidayah and not to forget, yeah, the gentleman there, Prof. Mansur. Okay, and all right. So of course, yeah, we have the panelists. Yeah, Dr. Nora is there, looking very pretty with the new, the new you. Yeah. So, yeah. All right. And let's go back to what we are supposed to discuss. Yeah, I'm quite surprised. Yeah, to hear that Dr. Janavi and Dr. Vimala, yeah, describing the food that we have, yeah, during the Eid. Yeah. So and and of course I'm starting to feel very hungry, yeah, when Dr. Janavi and Dr. Vimala describe everything, yeah. I mean, perfectly, yeah. You guys describe the food, yeah, perfectly. So yeah. So when it comes to my topic that I'm going to discuss for today, yeah. So basically, yeah, as we all know, okay, people around the country, yeah, are going to celebrate Idul Fitri, yeah, or we call it as Hari Raya Idul Fitri, yeah, very very soon, yeah, which is by the end of this week. So during the celebrations, yeah, people, yeah, will easily get distracted, yeah, from the daily hassles and worries, yeah, that they experience, yeah, most of the time, yeah. And studies suggested that, yeah, on what motivates people, yeah, to attend celebrations, yeah, include escaping from everyday life, yeah, socialization, as well as this family togetherness. Yeah? Because of that, yeah, we can say that celebrations, yeah, play an important role, yeah, in improving our mental health. Yeah? So in Malaysia, yeah, we can say that these family reunions, yeah, are almost a must, yeah, and it is always accompanied, yeah, as we all know, yeah, by lots of food, yeah. And I found out this statement, yeah, in which, yeah, Malaysians only have one meal a day, yeah. However, this meal lasts for 24 hours, yeah, and it is a saying that describes how much we love food, yeah, especially during celebrations. Yeah? Therefore, this time of the year, yeah, can be very joyful, yeah, stress-free, and filled with lots of emotions. Yeah? Also, we can say that although you get some household responsibilities, yeah, during the time, yeah, such as you have to decorate your house, yeah, cleaning and dusting all household items and chores, yeah, and so on and so forth, yeah. And celebrating, yeah, is an important festival, yeah, which might turn, yeah, your worries, yeah, into happiness. And not to forget, yeah, with COVID cases, yeah, under control this year, finally, yeah, we can enjoy the festival celebrations without having to worry about getting in. Yeah. However, yeah, always remember that, yeah, there are health hazards that are actually associated with festivals. Yeah. A recent systematic review, yeah, suggested that there are multiple health hazards linked to festivals. These include, yeah, risk of overeating, yeah, which is common, yeah, during holidays, yeah, which can result in poor control, yeah, of blood sugar in diabetic patients, in which I believe Dr. Nora, yeah, can help us, yeah, how to can suggest to us how we can this risk, yeah, and then we have this risk of non-compliance, yeah, with treatments again, yeah, due to missing medications, yeah, in which this might affect, yeah, uncontrolled chronic diseases, Yeah, maybe we have this hypertension, yeah, diabetics, yeah, heart disease, and so on and so forth. Yeah, and this is common, yeah, among women out there. Yeah, the risk of developing contact dermatitis from the cosmetics use. Yeah, is that correct, Dr. Nora? Okay.
Agree.
And of course, yeah, we have these travel-related risks, yeah, specifically on these road traffic accidents, yeah, that are very common during holidays, yeah, when people commonly moving, yeah, from one place to another. And of course, yeah, we have these bonus questions in which, yeah, many of us, yeah, tend to avoid, yeah, during the festival, such as, yeah, when are you going to get married? Yeah, how many times you
Makcik
do
PowerPoint
that?
lah.
Yeah? When are you going to finish your PhD? This is for me, yeah, and so on and so forth. Okay, so a take-home message, yeah. First of all, yeah, manage, yeah, your finance, yeah, the financial as well as time pressures, yeah, during the festival, yeah, including creating a budget and minimizing this overspending. Yeah, if you could not make it this time of the year, yeah, plan for next year. Yeah, whether you might want to set aside monthly, yeah, or weekly money, yeah, to help with the festive period. Yeah, another tip, yeah, to help with budgets is to shop online. This is very interesting. I found it in research paper, yeah, which suggests that we should shop online, in which I don't think so. To me, it is not working, yeah, because I might tend to shop more, yeah, when I when I shop online, yeah, and
Yeah.
so this will help you, yeah, of course, yeah, shop online, yeah, the benefits would be, yeah, it will help you avoid the crowds, yeah, and this craziness at shopping centers, yeah, as well as, I don't know, yeah, limit overspending, yeah, and help you to stick to your shopping list, yeah. Of course, yeah, remember to practice, yeah, self-care, yeah, during the festivals, yeah, by ensuring that you should get enough sleep, yeah, exercise, yeah, and of course eat well, yeah, do activities that you enjoy, yeah, and stay connected with your friends, yeah, your family members, yeah. Remember, yeah, always remember that self-care, yeah, help us to keep both, yeah, physically as well as mentally healthy.
Yes.
And
There
yeah,
is a
right. So
thank
thank you very
you,
much.
Miss
Okay.
Sharifa. There's a very good strategy in managing during celebration, especially Miss Hidayah and Prof Manso. When it comes to Hari Raya or any festive season, the cleaning is the main part. Am I right? We need to cope up with cleaning, with budgeting.
Including the face.
Yes. Yeah.
I don't do facial.
Yeah. Okay. So, Miss Hidayah. So, who is our next panelist?
Our next panelist will be Miss Kelly.
Yes, Miss Kelly. Yeah.
Just turn it over here so we can see her. No, this is what. Okay, I think it's fine here. Nice. So she's also practicing in Lorem Blue as a clinical psychologist. So let me just hand the microphone.
Alright. Good afternoon, everyone. I just want to check the online audience. Can you guys hear me?
Yes, loud and clear.
Okay, thank you, Dr. Nora. Okay, so hello everyone. Yeah, I'm planning to talk about the coping strategies, and I think one of the points that Ms. Sharifa highlighted would be about kind of planning ahead and being mentally prepared, prior or during the festive season, in this case, Hari Raya. Because I think it's not just about eating, it's about, meeting people, answering questions, all kinds of questions, whether we are comfortable or happy to answer them. Also, at the same time, I think we are, like Muslims, for example, you have certain practices that you need to apply and comply, during this time, and so on and so forth. So I think, like, I guess most of us are adults here already, and we have gone through many years of, this celebration, and more or less we kind of have a rough idea of what to expect and what to foresee, foreshadow,
the
know,
traffic
when
jam,
traffic jams.
Raya terperanjat,
Yes,
you know.
exactly. What kind of meals, quiz to prepare, how much money to put into the green packet, and so on and so forth. So all of this, I guess when I mention all this, maybe some of you guys are starting to feel triggered and stressed to some extent. But I guess this is actually a good sign for us in a way to just start preparing ahead. So let's say, if you realize that, okay, economy is starting to get a little more intense and maybe you're doing some budgeting and all that, I think this is a time where we actually like, okay, I'm going to start preparing this certain amount with how many nieces, nephews that you may have along the way. Or if let's say you foresee yourself starting to be bombarded with variety of questions from your relatives, then you can just, prepare the necessary answers, to reply accordingly. I think when it comes to communication with relatives, for example, or anyone you met, whether it's outside of Raya or during Raya, one of the things to take note is also to be more mindful of setting boundaries. In this case, maybe being more assertive with what you would like to reply and address with those who you're communicating. So for example, when someone is single, there's nothing wrong with that. Some of them really enjoy their single life, but then, like being in the Asian culture, many of them will be like, when you're getting married, when you're having kids and so on and so forth, and we actually build the pressure in the single person, and we know that the single person may not have the interest to actually get married. So when you talk about applying assertiveness is, one of the scripts that I usually share with my clients, or let's say, with my friends and family members, will be like, I understand that you're concerned about me being single, not getting married, but I feel uncomfortable when you address such questions. Perhaps, we can just talk about other topics that we may enjoy talking about, and so on and so forth. Yeah. So because I think being in a collectivistic culture, we tend to think that, we need to comply certain SOPs when being with relatives and so on and so forth. But actually, at the end of the day, all of us have our individualistic side, and we also have the right to, just voice out what we are comfortable and not comfortable to talk about. And one more point that I would like to highlight would be about self-care. Yeah. So, whether it's during the preparation, during the celebration itself, and even post-celebration, maybe some of us, may feel physically and mentally exhausted. So I think this is where we need to listen to our body and mind, and also just, practice whatever activities or things that may just take care of your well-being during this time. So I think this is a very good example right now. Yes. So because myself, I'm a lecturer, I'm also a psychologist, and also I'm a family member at home, and I have all kinds of responsibilities to fulfill. So of course, this naturally builds up, some stress in my life, and I guess drawing also can be one of the therapeutic activities that we can carry out as part of self-care. Or even some of you, if you need to find someone close to talk to just vent out, that also can be part of self-care. Like myself, I also have 3 dogs. So if you have pets, your pet lover, they also can be part of your self-care. So I think these are some of the self-care activities that, we can carry out. And yes, that's some of the things I would like to share. All right, thank you guys.
Okay.
Thank you, Miss Kelly. That's a very interesting sharing section, okay, on ways actually how to cope with the celebration depression, especially, right?
Yeah,
okay, so as we realize here from our panelists, right, even from Miss Sharifah, Miss Kelly, they have highlighted a various point of when it comes to me, it doesn't
Tita,
work.
put the phone near your
mic
mouth.
and the guitar, I think, it's not
Yeah,
working well.
the mic doesn't want me to speak. Perhaps.
Why Miss Daya voice always clearer?
Yeah, tidak you soft kot.
Is it?
The voice of Hidayah is clear, but when Dr. Kita speaks, sounds far.
You can try.
Okay, 1, 2, 3, testing. Can hear?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay, so just now from the sharing session from Miss Sharifah and Miss Kelly, they've already given us some ideas on how to actually coping with the strategy of celebration when we want to make sure that it is.
It is?
Okay, we want to make sure that it is actually well
self-care, okay, concern about budgeting, okay, on whether it is a post-celebration or after celebration, okay. So now let us welcome our next panelist is Miss Nurul Hidayah. She is going to explain to us about does celebration depression exist?
Okay, so I am going to answer that question, Prof. So listen. Okay, so this some people know when celebration comes, we always think that the physical part of it, like being very fatigued, tiredness of the preparations, and then all the preparations, all the things, traffic jams and so on. Okay, so my role today, I'm gonna just visit internally. Our preparation internally. We're going to check in on our thoughts, our memories, more on emotion side. Okay, so before I go further, so let me just define a bit on celebration. So when I mean celebration, it can be like a gathering, okay, like birthdays. So there's enjoyable activities in an important day or event. So it can be Hari Raya, it can be Christmas, it can be birthdays, it can be festive seasons, okay, religion-based, culture-based, or even individual-based. Right? So these are the definitions and the range of it. So it is practical for every each of time when you think day for me, a significant event for me. Okay? So what is it? Okay, how does this very joyful event and gathering so important, how can it lead to depression? How can it be so depressing and stressful? Okay? So what is the process? So first, you want to understand what is the purpose of celebration. Yeah? So as a human, as a human being, people, right? So we have people around. So celebration gives us social connectedness. Okay, I think I correctly. Lidah Melayu, Yes, a social connectedness. Yes, defined by Lily Robbins, 1995. So it's experience of a person toward the social world. So how she's like experience or feeling, perceive of other people and surrounding. Okay, and most thing, normally we think it's about talking to other people. It's about to connect, means you have to be to have to be in that place. You have to be in the communication. But actually, sometimes you can be there. You can be in the gathering, but you can feel so lonely deep inside. Oh, yeah, being a clinical psychologist, right? Okay, so let me just anchor it to some important part is this nostalgia. The word of nostalgia. So how is it related? So nostalgia is actually a study, or a term from Prima Lata. It's a local study in Kedah, and the celebration that the researcher the location is actually in Kedah, understanding Thai Pusam during COVID. So it's a research done by this research, and it goes and study about the emotion associated to a group or community of people. So she named. The researcher did a qualitative study and asked women ask around Tamil people and get this kind of term of nostalgia. Okay, so there's nostalgia actually before in 19th century. So we have this medical condition. Correct me if I'm not wrong, Dr. Nola. So we call this historically nostalgia. So it means it's referring to extreme homesickness. So means but now it's no longer being underparked by medical condition. Now it's just a normal condition, just emotion processing. But before it was actually a symptom. Homesickness is also a symptoms in medical use. Okay, extreme. So nostalgia. What about it? Okay? So nostalgia memories, it can bring both happiness and also sadness. It both happiness and sadness. And the reminiscing and sentiments effect of nostalgia is actually different, where it brings a lot of sentiment. It's like heaviness, and it brings it and it kind of make you visit old memories, old people that you miss.
during your past time. So maybe you kind of revisit all those memories, and it can be happy, it can be sad as well. So it comes with both range of emotion. That's why it's under emotion right now. Okay, and it is actually divided by two: personal and collective. So personal nostalgia is actually, so in short, it's actually defined as sentimental longing to one past. And collective is about how you remember that event, and that's the meaning for you. So it's like a collective person. So yeah, so okay, just a bit more. Okay, I've been already one. Okay, so just to put in a short sharing, okay, there's also depression. Depression, celebration depression is not a diagnostic clinical. Okay, it's not clinically diagnosis, but it doesn't not mean that it's not. It doesn't exist. It does. Okay, so we can say, yeah, it does. It does exist, but it's not clinical. It's always due to something. No, it's not DSM-5. But it's important for us. Okay, why? Okay, so last period study, there is actually in America, there's a boy who committed suicide during her birthday. Okay, during his birthday, it's because of he feel like missed out, socially isolated, fear of death. So that's actually a valid thing that we it's important for us to know about other people. So birthdays also bring this kind of nostalgia in a part that is very depressing as well. Okay, and another part is FOMO, feeling of missing out. Yeah, so in Singaporean study. Okay, so we have this a very nice research where they did is actually they say it's not like the hotline crisis, suicide crisis line is increasing. No, but actually there are a lot of report on mental health worries, especially over holidays. Because the workload, and then some of them like they have the urge to look at social media to know what's happening, and then they like, oh no, today like us Malay, tahun ni baju like for the clothes, the colours of the year, so it's like FOMO, you feel like, I didn't have that, so I miss out. That one can also lead to feel isolated, and that social isolation is actually one important thing in terms of defining depression. Okay, I hope that concludes a bit of the sharing celebration depression. Okay, so it's not a diagnosis, but it can lead to depression. All right, okay, that's for me.
All right. Thank you for a wonderful sharing, Miss Nur Hidayah. Okay. So regarding about coping up with depression, it seems that it really exists, but in terms of like bringing back the memories, whether it is bringing back us to the sad or happy moments together. Am I right? Okay. So while we have been talking about coping up with the strategies and overcoming, and then we talk about whether the depression is exists. So now let us call upon our next panelist. Okay, our handsome panelist here, the only guy who presented here today in the studio. Okay, would like to invite Prof. Manso, okay, to give his thought about gratitude about Hari Raya.
Okay, thank you very much again. So we meet again, ladies and gentlemen. So hopefully you can hear me now. Am I audible? Yep, okay. So we're talking about gratitude. The other keyword for gratitude, as you know, is grateful. You can hear me, okay?
I'm having the lucky mic today. Yeah, so yes.
What happened to this? Hello, 1, 2, 3. Can you hear me now, Dr. Nora? Can you hear me now? Okay, good. Okay, I was just talking about gratitude and also grateful. Grateful, as we know, we always say thank you very much. There is an act of actually reflecting that we are grateful. But grateful is not enough. To achieve well-being and also happiness, we need what we call gratitude. Because gratitude is built in our behavior, is built in our understanding and also belief system. And those two are actually a reflection of what we call ripples of happiness and well-being. So to be happy, to have a positive well-being, we should instill this spirit of gratitude and also thankful. Yeah. So when we talk about gratitude, what actually happened, a lot of speakers were talking about Ramadan, about fasting, yeah, because as Muslim and also as humans, we always feel grateful to our superior power, for Muslim to Allah, for giving us the strength and power throughout the month of Ramadan, because the month of Ramadan is really the month of testing, as been mentioned by all speakers. We are being tested with food, with a lot of challenges, economic, and also for probably physical illnesses and so forth. And this is also a reflection of what we call a blessing itself. To be able to fast during Ramadan is a blessing by itself. And this is a way the Muslim all around the world showing that they are grateful on it, because it also is the revelation. Ramadan also is the revelation of Quran. Yeah, so Quran was revealed during the month of Ramadan. So back to, so why is it important about gratitude and Hari Raya or in celebration? So I have 3 points. First, gratitude promote positive emotion. So just now Kelly was talking about being single. It's okay to being single. So do not ask questions that can create negative emotion. So, because supposedly in celebration we want to promote a positive feeling. We want to achieve happiness. So promote a positive feeling, because during Eid or holiday season, we meet our friends and family, we share kuih raya, we share gift, we share ang pao. Those are actually a simple behavior to reflect gratitude, sharing. Yeah. So we focus on positive aspect of those experience. So do not ask about bad things. Do not ask about divorce or issues about losing jobs and so forth, because we want to promote happiness and the feeling of contentment during the whole month of Shawwal or Eid. My second point is that gratitude cultivate mindfulness. This is something that we psychologists, we counselor were working on with our client. So being grateful help us to stay in the moment, here and now, and do not talk about the past, because when we talk about the past, usually we reflect on the negative side of the past. And we know that the past also have happiness. So being grateful, we need to appreciate other people, say hi, asking them how are they doing, So instead of getting caught up in the stress or worries about our daily life, so gratitude cultivate mindfulness through taking a moment to express thank you Allah, thank you for having me here, thank you the family for loving me, and that has to be verbalized. Yeah, it's good to show action, but once you verbalize it, you feel that the happiness can be spread. Yeah, with your family and also friends. So in a way, mindfulness talks about we being grounded in the moment and here. And my last point, Dr. Kita, gratitude also strengthen relationship. Yeah, based on communication, we want to strengthen our relationship. Because during holidays, we strengthen our relationship. Yeah, we express, as I said earlier, by giving gift, by sharing stories, and also good things. Yeah, to connect with family and also community. So I would like to leave with this statement: thankfulness is the beginning of gratitude. Being thankful, say thank you, easily said every day. Tell 10 people that you are thankful to them. Gratitude is the completion of thankfulness. Thankfulness is not complete without gratitude. Thankfulness may consist merely a word, but gratitude is shown in our act, in our behavior, in our state of being. So I think that's what my point, 3 important points about gratitude during Hari Raya. Thank you very much, Dr. Kita and all the panelists. Selamat Hari Raya. Maaf Zahir dan Batin.
Wow, that's a very wise explanation.
Yes, it's actually a very wise explanation from our director of Center of Mental Health and Well-being, Okay, and what a punchline stated by Prof. Manso, whereby he says that uh, in order for gratitude, we need to fulfill the thankfulness. That means through that, we will be able to be more grateful, blessed with what we
Your
have.
voice.
I think maybe it's
I
because
think
of
the way
this.
you hold the mic, I guess, Dr. Kita.
Yeah,
Don't cover the
sometimes
like
it's
that.
clear, and then
Yeah.
next second it's gone.
Okay. Can you all hear me now?
No.
Can you all hear me now?
That's the
Yes.
one. That's the one. Keep that position of
So I
the
need to keep two, is
phone.
it?
Don't move.
I need
Keep
to keep
that.
two. Two. I'm using two mic here. Or another three.
Forgive us, Dr.
Yeah. Yeah, please forgive me. I don't know. The mic is actually not cooperating with me today, I guess.
Yeah, it's testing your patience.
Yes. Okay, so it was a wonderful sharing by Prof. Manso regarding about the important for us to be gratitude, blessed, and thankful during the festive season, especially. Okay, so Miss Akmar is not here. Okay, so let us invite. Okay, before that, before we invite our final panelists to express about the discussion section, those online viewers, if you have questions, you can type in the chat box, in the Zoom chat box. Okay, so later after our final discussion from the final panelist, Dr. Nora, so we can also have a Q&A section. Okay, so I would like to invite Dr. Nora from Lauren Blue Clinic to share healthy tips from a medical perspective. Okay, from a medical perspective regarding about the celebration of fever and chill. Dr. Nora is on you.
Okay,
Hi.
finally, Dr. Nora.
Finally.
Waiting
Dr.
for.
Kita, how many minutes do I have? I don't want to go beyond.
Around 5 minutes, Dr. Nora.
5 minutes. All right, 5 minutes
Okay.
will do. Okay, hi everyone. Assalamualaikum. My name is Dr. Nora. I'm from Lorem Blue Medical Clinic. Thank you, Dr. Kita. Oh yeah, and the handsome man over there, Prof. Mansur, and Miss Hidayah. Thank you very much for having me here. So most of the topic already spoken earlier. So I'm going to say just a little bit about health hack. This is we are talking about Hari Raya. So from the previous talk, I've noticed that we were talking about the illnesses as well. So I've divided into three categories: before Hari Raya, during Hari Raya, and also after Hari Raya. All right, before Hari Raya, what should we do? First, we have mentally and physically prepared for anything happen in between, because if plan A doesn't work, there is a plan B, plan C, and plan D. So yeah, mentally prepared. And then please keep your water bottle with you wherever you go. This is before Hari Raya. And then make sure all the medical medicine that you need to. So I try to make it here what you have to do, what you have to have in the emergency box for your medicine. Maybe you can put in your car. The first one is your daily medicine. If you are having any illnesses, please bring it. Make sure it's more than enough, because you never know what kind of incidents going to happen on that Hari Raya. Number two, please bring your diarrhea medicine, because everyone have their special diarrhea medicine. Some people they believe in pill chikete on, some people they believe in doctor's medicine. So bring your diarrhea medicine. And then please make sure bring your allergy medicine as well. Some people works well with doctor medicine, some people they love traditional medicine. So allergy medicine is very very important. And then please make sure for those travel with kids or elderly, bring your injury kits. At least you have your plaster inside your bag or inside your car. So this is the basic medical cover, I would say, medicine that you should have. Before Hari Raya, you should prepare it. And then, of course, for those who traveling far, please have fruits and vegetable that you always have, that not that have long expiry date, like apple, red apple, or maybe vegetable like cucumber, because this is the thing that we have difficulty to have during Hari Raya. Not many houses give you fruits and vegetable. And then, okay, that's before Hari Raya. During Hari Raya, please try to do your small portion, because we have lots of houses to go. We have lots of food that we have to eat, but try to take small portion of each food, so that you really appreciate the taste. And then you try not to overeaten. And then the other one is, please stay active, because we know that we're going to eat that so much. And then please be active, at least it compensate your food and also your calorie burn. And then the other one is, please be mindful on whatever you say, like the previous speaker already touched about this. Yeah, so that we don't feel guilty if we say it wrongly, or we don't hurt anybody's feelings over the Hari Raya. All right. And then the last one is the after Hari Raya, what we should do when we done the whole day. Try to visualize what have you done good, and then compliment yourself, and then try to visualize what you done not good, and then try to be better, because Hari Raya is 1 month. We want to be a better version of ourselves. All right. I think that's all. It's 5 minutes. Yes.
Right.
Okay.
Thank you,
Thank
Dr.
you, Dr.
Nora, for
Nora, for
your
your
thoughtful
thoughtful
insight.
insight.
Okay.
Okay. I
Okay.
think I remember diarrhea medicine.
Don't bring your diarrhea medicine when you are traveling, and then your medical kits. Okay. And then
Your drinking bottle.
yes, water bottle. It's a very very important tips, especially when we are traveling far, because our hometown will be quite far, right? Especially some of them will be in south, north. Okay. All right, a very good sharing session. Okay, while we are having a discussion with our
Discussion with
panelists,
our
right?
panelists,
We
right?
totally
We
forgot
totally
about
forgot
what
about
is happening
what is
at the
happening
art
at the
Right.
art
therapy side
therapy
here,
Okay,
side
very
correct?
here,
good.
So
correct?
let's
So let's
invite
invite
Miss Harini,
Miss Harini,
okay, to give her sharing on the art activity from the perspective about Hari Raya. Miss Harini, it's on you.
Okay.
Yeah, so not really, not really can see the artwork that we have done just now. So Miss Kelly hide her. Miss Kelly
Miss
hide
Kelly
her
hide her artwork.
art, being mindful through
Mindful
this
through
scribble
this
art.
scribble art.
So yeah,
So
during
yeah, during
Raya, I
Raya,
think
I
from my
think from
peers'
my peers'
perspective,
perspective,
I
I
quite relate
quite
with
relate
the
with the
conversation of
conversation of having
um
um
Before that, what does peers mean?
okay,
okay,
peers.
peers.
Peers
Peers
mean
need
peers of
peers of
mental health
mental health
support as
support
a
as a
living
living
experience of a
experience
mental
of a
health
mental
fighters
health
as well,
fighters as
because
well,
I
because
I'm also
I'm also
mental health
mental health
fighters
fighters
diagnosed with
diagnosed with
ADHD and
ADHD and
also
also
major
major
depression before
depression
this.
before this.
So
So
before I get to
before
know
I
the
get to know
experience
the
of my
experience of my
conditions, I always have this longing feelings of celebrating Raya, celebrating because of certain memories that we had in the family members and so on, and it even though it has passed over like what 20 25 years, also forget. It's the feeling is still there, like when you smell a certain smell, you
smells,
hear
you
a
hear
certain
a certain
sound,
sound,
it
it
you get
you get
familiar with the
familiar with the
feelings as
feelings
well.
as well.
So
So
when
when
someone who
someone
has
who has
struggled
struggled
with
with
their
their
mental health,
mental
struggle with
health, struggle with
their
their
process
process
nervous
nervous
system,
system process,
it is really relatable challenges, and also it's happen frequently, and that's why it is really really important for parents, for people the surrounding, know the concept of being mindful as well of
being
their own
mindful as
state of
well of
being,
their own
instead of
state of
just
being instead of just
aspect
aspect
aspect the,
aspect
let's say,
the let's say
you I'm a
you
mother,
I'm a mother or I'm a father, you need to listen to me or follow a certain direction of how I want my raya looks like, and all these things and give us a headache, that's why growing up, some kids, have this early anxiety because they cannot make mistake or they cannot choose the wrong color or else that their parents will whack them. So the concept of definitely we cannot control of our past, but we definitely always can control of our present. So that's why I believe being mindful during this raya season is really really important, especially for us as a mental health fighters. We need to be really really aware of the surrounding that we are in.
Healthy? Is it the conversation is really good for us? Is it really triggering? And if it's really triggering, what is our course of
Our course of
action? Do we
action? Do we
prepare? Do
prepare?
we
Do we
prepare
prepare
our
our
comfort
comfort
phase,
phase,
comfort
comfort
space for
space
us
for
to
us to
just take a
just take a
step back,
step back,
breathing,
breathing, like
being
being
mindful
mindful
of our
of our
present
present
now,
now instead of
focusing on the
focusing on
past
the
that have
past that have
whatever negative past that have affected during the season, right? So especially for those I want also to remind for those who are losing their loved one during this raya, really really heavy, because I could relate with that as well. Celebrating raya without your loved one, like without your parents, without any, usually you have this family routine, right? Family routine, like preparing a certain dishes which is that make you guys bonding as a family. But yeah, things in this world, nothing is fixed. The only things that are fixed is the constant change. And as a human, we are blessed with this talent of adaptivity, bring our adaptivity level in a flexible mode. And yeah, that's why I think practicing mindfulness, especially during arts, with the arts, like we can see our in the zone. Yeah.
Sharing
yeah.
the microphone, so we need to move.
Yeah. Okay.
So
Yeah, so because we need to answer the questions. Okay, for each of you,
Yeah.
sharing
Come.
what the drawing is about.
Yeah. Okay. So basically, as I mentioned just now, you guys need to remark the colors with your emotion. So, like example, like mine, I use color blue, purple, green, pink, and also yellow. So, blue, for my interpretation is represent fear, and purple represent shims, and green represent for a comfort, pink
pink represent loving and
yellow
yellow
represent
represent
brighten.
brighten.
So you can
So you
see
can see
here,
here, like,
there's a lot of
there's a lot of
shame and also
shame and also
comfort
comfort
that I
that I
didn't
didn't
try to
try
find.
to find.
Sorry.
Sorry, yeah.
Too much camera for but yeah. So yeah, next for you.
Yes, hello everyone. I just use three kinds of colors, and one is red, green, and blue. Different color represent a different meaning, and can see here. Okay, the red is represent limit or limitation, and the green is represent health. The blue represent the feel or the freedom. Okay, so I need to say something.
Oh, you want me to interpret? No, 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 no. No, no, it's okay, it's okay. Yeah, pass it now.
Hi,
Hi,
hi everyone.
hi
I'm
everyone.
Jason.
I'm Jason.
So as
So
my
as my
opinion,
opinion,
uh,
uh,
I use
I
all
use
of
all
the
of the
color
color
because
because
the present my mood is so complicated. When you can see, yeah, PhD. So you can see different part. Oh, okay. Yeah, you can see different part of my pain. So you can see this part is intense. So yeah, intense. So
yes. So
all of the
all of
color
the
is
color so
combined.
combined.
So that
So
means
that means
when
when
when these
when these
days
days
I feel
I feel so nervous.
So I use all the colors represent my different mood, different feelings.
Feelings.
So that's
So
my
that's my
show. Thank
show.
you.
Thank you.
Okay, happiness. What do you think? Which part is my happiness?
Wow, can become a clinician now.
So, as you can see, the red, okay, the big red or the big blue, big green, that present my happy day. Yeah. Okay. Thank you.
Please, Miss Kelly, before we wrap up. Alright, Gary. Okay, so just a simple one, but yeah. We can see.
Okay, so
Okay, so
I usually
I usually
attribute
attribute
red
red
and
and
orange with
orange with
alarm. So
alarm. So
alarm like
alarm like
stress, maybe
stress,
more of the
maybe more
negative
of the negative
emotions. So I think
emotions.
this
So
is
I
what
think
I'm
this is
going
what I'm
through
going through
presently. But at the same time, I think when it comes to being mindful or also to um, increase my attention onto other emotions also, hence me including the other colors in my drawing, my artwork here. So you can see there are other colors like pink, blue, green, purple. I even did some doodling like some heart stars and my three dogs over there, right? So all of
So
these are
all of
just
these are just
reminders
reminders
to tell me
to
that
tell me
life
that
is just
life
not
is
about
just
the
not
red
about
and
the red and
orange. There are
orange.
also
There are
other
also other
colors there.
colors there.
Like when you
Like
watch
when you watch
Pocahontas, she said about
Pocahontas,
the
she said
colors
about the
of the
colors
wind.
of
So I
the
was
wind. So
thinking
I was
about that when
thinking
I was
about that when I was
coloring that. Yeah.
coloring that. Yeah,
And I think
and
those
I think
white
those
spaces that I left it over there, I think it's just reminding me that I have choice. I have the choice to actually choose what color to include in my life. So it's not just again about the red and orange. I can put the other colors in my life also. Okay.
okay. Alright.
Yep.
So
Thank
yeah,
you.
thank you. Just for the wrap up for art therapy, usually we always see like whenever we do this art session, the emotion becomes arise and so on.
How you
So
guys sit with the thoughts currently? Like how does when the thoughts arise, how do you guys sit on it? Are you feel more calmer after sit on it, or are you guys like been wondering like, oh, I have this pattern?
pattern. Mm.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Jason,
yeah.
you go that one. You first.
Uh, this picture just represent my PhD life, and in the middle of this is just now I said green is represent health, so I think everyone maybe our lecturer,
Sure. Our
our
parents, our friends, and our
students
students
don't
don't
forget
forget
to
to
exercise, and
exercise.
this
And this
represents your
represents your
health.
health.
Is
Is
if you
if
know
you know
health,
health,
you can't
you
do
can't do
anything.
anything.
And around health is represent the freedom. Freedom, according to PhD thesis. So freedom, just like you, what's new? Why you why you doing PhD here? So what do we want to present? Yeah. So this one is freedom is around health. So I
I
think
I
health
think
is the
health is the
first,
first,
and
and
around the
around the
freedom is
freedom
the
is the
limit.
limit.
So
So
in our
in
life,
our life,
we
we
have
have
many things
many
to
things to don't to
touch,
touch,
and
and
we need
we need
to
to
uh,
uh,
we need to
we need
keep
to
our original heart. So don't forget why do you depart, and around the limit is some of is health and some of is freedom. So conclusion is in the end in the PhD thesis. So don't forget your health, and
and
sometimes you
sometimes
need to
you
care
need
about
to
your
care about your parents,
friends,
your friends,
and
and
anyone's health.
anyone's
It's
health.
very
This is very
significant. Okay,
significant.
thank you very
Okay,
much.
thank you very much.
Yeah, thank you so much. Yeah. So you how do you guys sit on it when you realize
Actually, after painting, I feel more relaxed. And before I came here, I feel so nervous because it's my first time to be such a big, a big room and broadcast
A lot of camera.
So it's my first experience, and I want to thank Professor and Kita and all of the.
So it's my special experience. Actually, before I doing my PhD journey, I was study art design. So I have a little bit, feeling about design. So as you can see, I use all of the color to explain my heart. Actually, I'm so complicated. So yeah. So I I have I try my best to calm down. So thankful this opportunity. Thankful professors. Thank you.
Yeah, Miss Kelly, you want to say
How you sit with the emotions, the thoughts? Yeah, prior to joining in, I was actually I noticed I was quite doing a lot of
doing a lot of
overthinking about
overthinking about like what to draw, what to do, this and that. At the same time, I was also feeling a little sleepy. I don't know why. But then
like
you say
enough rest. Yeah, I guess so. Yeah, but then I think as I was doing this drawing, somehow I did notice the therapeutic effects. I somehow felt quite excited and calm to some extent. Not because I'm here to promote art therapy, so I'm saying all the nice words here, but genuinely I really feel quite pretty calm right now, and we are just excited, doing this activity. So, guys, if you have opportunity to engage in art therapy or just
do your own art in the home,
Yep,
scribble art.
definitely.
If like some people don't have the opportunity to go out to engage with this thing, you guys can practice like simple scribble art like this, and then you just draw and color and put repetitive pattern in it, and you will feel released by it as well. So yeah, thank you so much.
Thank you,
Thank you. Thank you. Yes, back to the back to the moderator. Thank you.
Okay. Any
any
questions?
any questions from the audience who are online? Any questions from the audience? Any questions from the audience who are online?
Any question? Can you check for me, Miss Nur Hidayah?
Sit down, maybe on technical issues.
Oh, okay. All right.
All right.
Emotional fencing.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay.
So,
So
today's
in our today's
webinar section, which
webinar
is talking
section,
about
which is talking
celebration,
about
fever,
celebration,
and
fever, and
chills,
chills,
I hope
I
that
hope that
we have
we have
embarked on this
embarked on this
journey of
journey of
exploration and
exploration
also
and also
discovery
discovery
together.
together.
And I'm
And I'm
confident that
confident that
from our
from
panel
our panel
discussion for
discussion
today's
for today's
afternoon,
afternoon,
okay,
okay,
we have
we have
enriched
enriched
a new
a new
experience about
experience
art
about art
therapy
therapy.
and how we do let go our emotions and the ways how we cope up with the celebration festive season. Okay, and at the same time, I would like also to take this opportunity to extend our gratitude to the MESCOM department for SLA, as well as the Center of Research of Mental Health and Well-being, UCSI University, and also our sponsorship, my WIP Healing, and also Yayasan TM, together with those audience who present today, especially Jason, Eric, and also Miss Kelly, Prof. Manso, Miss Nur Hidayah.
And also not forgetting Dr. Nora, who okay, who represents from Lauren Blue Clinic. Okay, thank you so much to all panelists who have contributed your thoughts, experience. It actually has been a very valuable sharing. Am I right, Mr. Nur Hidayah?
Yes, it's a valuable sharing, and also, yeah, it's like a lot of spontaneous things happening here and there. But we managed to wrap up and still proceed and discuss a lot of informative things. Okay.
All right. So stay tuned for our next coming up webinar. Okay, we will keep post. All right. And sorry for the technical issues. So from time to time, we hope that we can improve and make our webinar more useful and also have a very fruitful section of sharing. Okay. So before we end our session, those panelists or any respondents who are online would like to ask any questions, you can unmute your mic or you even can type in the chat box. Okay. I think there is no any questions. So till then, see you all again. Have a good day. Have a great weekend. Selamat Hari Raya, Mahal Zahid dan Batin.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Direct. Berapa view ada? Oh, lagu lain.
Cakap.
Cakap dia cakap.
Friends. Cakap saja.
Cakap.
Kunjungi sana saudara yang tua tidak
become too small.
Screenshot. Screenshot.
Hey, for ini apa semua sangat?
Ada different lah. First lah. Check first.
Okay, macam mana?
Selamat Hari Raya.
Hello, check.
Datuk Puasa Tadi.
Ni cakap lah. Saya.
Ni kita nak ramai-ramai semua selamat hari raya closing.
Maaf Zahir dan
Maaf Zahir batin.
Okey, selamat hari raya dan apa?
Maaf Zahir batin. Yeay.
Selamat hari raya dan maaf Zahir batin. Yeay.
Test dulu.
Profit.
You on three, Selamat Hari Raya, maaf Zahir dan batin. Yeay. Okay, try ya. Try. 3, 2, 1. Selamat Hari Raya, maaf Zahir dan batin. Yeay.
Alright. Kita test ke?
Oh, itu test. Tak, kali ni salam pula. Bila selamat Hari Raya, maaf Zahir batin. Salam dengan.
Oh, salam.
Salam, shake hand. Don't want near you. Shake hand. Shake hand.
You guys high five.
Oh, ini live tau.
Yelah, shake hand.
Now everybody looking.
Okay, that guy.
That guy. Okay. Selamat Raya. Masa maaf saya batin tu, you all shake hand. The one near you.
Shake hand.
Selamat Raya kan saya batin kan. Okay. On 3. 3, 2, 1. Selamat Hari Raya. Maaf Zahir dan batin.
And live.
I didn't get the memo.
Habis dah.
Habis dah. Closing ya, Ella?
Closing.